All right, y'all, let's do this T-chat. T-chat is in order. After I was finally able to catch up and see everything that has gone on, and I was like, okay. Now, I've been sharing today about borderline personality disorder, and now I'm really feeling like that's what the fuck she got going on now. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, everybody. Come on in here. Come on in the room. Come on. Come on. No, I just got in. Where am I coming from is the question. Yes. Yes. Where am I coming from is the question. Somebody invited me to dinner. I went out to dinner. Yes. I went out to get me that good food. Sure did. Surely did. But I was still able to kind of catch up on a little CarbonNation tea. And I knew she wasn't going no damn where because she BPD. I knew she wasn't going to go nowhere because she BPD. I was like, all right, I see you. Now, here's my thing, okay? Next time, they got to come up with a new storyline because I don't give a flying fuck. Y'all always light my phone up when she decides she want to throw her little temper tantrums and act like she going some goddamn where. And she not. And then not only that, he done already pulled her card. Now, I was paying attention to the fact that she was sitting there really peeping the fact that he'll keep her kid. So she was trying to give a little argument about thank y'all. This the motherfuckers when I was getting trolled real bad recently. Do your hair. Put some makeup on. Okay, bitches, I surely did. Now what? Now what? Come say something now. But anywho, that's what they were doing. I was like, okay, y'all don't never see me dressed up. So now you're going to see me dressed up. Now you're going to see me dressed up and shit. But anywho, just transform. Voila. Ta-da. Zam. Zam. Yes. So I was like, he's gonna have to come up with a new storyline because at the end of the day, I can't. My nerves is tore up. They shot my nerves. They done tore my nerves all the way the fuck up today. And honestly, she needs to be really concerned because at the end of the day, he's dead ass serious about keeping her baby. So she had peeped it though because she was like, if Sheba was to breastfeed her child, it wouldn't be the same. And so I was like seeing her trying to rationalize the shit. Oh, but because she needs to be with me or her milk might not come in or whatever. Girl, look, don't sit up here and try to come up with excuses and shit of why the fuck that they need you to stay. Because obviously he gives no fucks. So you sitting there pleading your case. Now you done learned something, Eliana. And you know what your ass done learned? Your ass done learned to sneak the fuck up out of there in the middle of the night, steal the goddamn van keys, and drive the fuck off. Get the keys to the gate, get the keys to the motherfucking van, and haul ass, bitch, with your baby. That's what you done learned today. Okay? Stop sitting up there thinking that they just gonna let you walk the hell up out of there because apparently they not. Okay? Good. Just, And remember I said this. Remember I told you this. Now, she was because she wanted them to put out Aya, and they didn't put out Aya. He's not here, and honestly and truthfully, she need to be sitting up here getting concerned about the fact that they all still plotting on her. Quite frankly, because don't nobody got time for her to throw a temper tantrum every other second. Folk is tired of that. Folk is real tired of that. I'm just saying. He be listening and he don't let nobody get a message to her ass. But if anybody's going to get a message to her, that's the escape plan. Okay? That's the escape plan. This how you going to have to get out of CarbonNation apparently. Because they not just going to let her walk up out of there all willy-nilly and he want to keep that baby. She also needs to be trying to figure out how to make sure she got all her stuff. Period. He wouldn't even be able to hold my passport after some shit like that. Nah, nigga, I'll keep my passport in my pocket. Thank you very much. Period. So I was concerned about the baby because I'm like, they are really willing to psychologically damage that child. So now I'm side eyeing them, and that irritated the hell out of me. They did. Well, she's still plotting. I don't care, because she was asking questions and she was saying shit. But it just seemed like she was like, oh, I don't have a plan B. I don't have a plan B. No, you have a plan B. You just don't like the plan. That's the problem. But I saw that she reached out to her friend. That's why he went and grabbed her phone. And that is why they all sleeping in the house, so that he can babysit and watch them. And at this point in time, I damn sure wouldn't let Eliana cook my food. I wouldn't let her cook my food. And okay, wait, because this got to be addressed. Let me tell y'all something. Is everybody at attention? Because let me see now, when I posted the pictures of her edges being snatched out, y'all said, no, Jassy, no, it's postpartum shedding. The fuck I told y'all. I said them edges were snatched out. Now I don't really know if she really snatched them or if Eliana snatched them, but I told y'all them bitches were snatched out. Now see, cause just for y'all gonna throw some respect. Y'all gonna throw some respect on my name, cause I know some snatched edges when I see it. I know some snatched edges. I done seen snatched edges before. Them edges was took the fuck out of her head. Told y'all. My observation skills be on point. Now, my observation skills is on point like a ballet dancer. On the toes, bitch. On the toes. On the motherfucking toes. Told y'all. I just wanted to get that out there because y'all was like, no, trying to come up with excuses. No. Told y'all. Her edges was snatched. Snatched. They said that he had to restrain her because she was snatching her hair out her head. Now, I don't really know if that's true or if she's just covering up for Eliana. So I don't know. I don't know. Because I know what snatch edges look like. And then I posted the pictures yesterday about her edges. And everybody was speculating. Somebody was like, oh, don't lie on Eliana or whatever. I was like, I'm not lying on them. I'm just speculating about her edges. And then they confirmed today that she snatched her edges out her head. Now, I don't know if that's true, because I don't believe that she would say if he snatched them out. But at the end of the day, them bitches were snatched. Told you. Because she had red. On that line there. That's why I was like, nah, that looked like snatched edges, because her scalp was bruised. That's what that looked like. Yes. Yeah. No, he just, if she snatched it, okay, that just still takes me to the place of being concerned about her having borderline personality disorder, because self-harm is a form of borderline personality disorder. Now, we've done a lot of talking about narcissism, but we have not talked about the BPD. And I was like, I'm still going to wait and see what's good before I say anything about BPD, right? So when BPD comes to, that's not her son. That's the boyfriend's son. That's not her son. The guy that she was dating, that's his son. But the borderline personality disorder female self-harms for attention. They don't self-harm because they really want to die. They don't self-harm because they really want pain, even though sometimes if she was a cutter, I would be like, okay, she is harming herself in order to cope. But then I was like, no, borderline personality disorder is BPD. BPD is a personality disorder that is predominantly found in women, just like narcissism is predominantly found in men. And so there becomes this hell match. There becomes this hell match of narcissistic males and borderline females, right? Match made in hell. They're literally the yin and yang to their disorders. They become codependent upon each other because they go through this constant push and pull that they both need. Now, the borderline female is clingy, okay? She's clingy, she's needy, she needs a lot of attention. She is constantly has a very deep fear of abandonment, which causes her to even perceive abandonment, even if it's not be the slightest thing. Like you just want to be by yourself for a while. If you're dealing with a BPD female, she's going to perceive that as abandonment, even though you just walked to the next damn room. Now, the narcissist is going to feed that, right? Feed that fear, because narcissists do what? Withdraw attention, right? Every time he withdraws attention from her, she has an episode. That's how the BPD plays. They have an episode. But the twist of it is this. The BPD female is able to control the narcissistic male because they also will reject the narcissist, which messes with their ego. And now the narcissist is like, hold the fuck up. Why the fuck are you rejecting me after you just was all up on me? So the narcissist, it keeps the narcissist's attention, right? The push and the pull of it. A BPD does not react to discard like a normal, healthy individual would. And so that's why her kicking him to the curb like that is something that really drives him to understand, because he's like, wait a minute, you're discarding me. Like, you can't be fucking discarding me. Get the fuck out of here. It's the same game that she played when she was with Omeg, was her BPD. If she is BPD, she didn't understand. He didn't understand why she denied him and denied him and denied him and denied him, and they went through that push and that pull and that cat and that mouse and that chase. A BPD female does not get strung out on the narcissist like a normal individual would. They're going to give that push and that pull. So they are in a complete and total, as I said, match made in hell. And none of it is good for the baby. None of it. None of it is good for the baby. Neither one of them can regulate their emotions. BPD females also, interesting thing about BPD is BPD commonly gets misdiagnosed as bipolar, right? So a lot of people think they're dealing with a bipolar female, and they're not. They're dealing with a BPD female. Why? Because borderline personality disorder also has a mood component, right? So they have mood swings, but the mood swings are different than it would be in a bipolar female, because a bipolar female is her moods are going to change and switch on a binge, like days. A BPD female's mood switches in an hour. So she may go from being happy to angry to sad to crying all in a 2-hour span. And it's just like, what the fuck happened here? So that's the difference with that. Whereas, well, there's two different types of bipolar too. There's bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. And the difference is one is depressive and one is manic. So, but that's a whole nother thing. And a person can be borderline and bipolar at the same time, because bipolar disorder is not a personality disorder, it's a mood disorder. BPD is a personality disorder, which is chronic. Okay, so this is why we keep seeing this roller coaster of them going back and forth and back and forth. BPD would also give a lot of answers towards what we thought we were observing, or some of you all thought you were observing, as postpartum depression. Now, a lot of BPD, borderline personality mothers, lose custody of their kids because of the detachment factor with the child. Their moods swing, and sometimes they're overly attached, and then sometimes they're not attached at all. And so it makes it very difficult for a child to understand the emotions of their mother, right? They're trying to read and sense the energy, and they can't. And so a borderline personality disorder will really fuck up a child, as would narcissistic personality disorder. So I'm just hoping that she isn't actually BPD, because if she is BPD, that is super cause for concern, because she's not going to develop the proper attachment to a child that a normal functioning, healthy functioning mother would without treatment. She would really need treatment in order to understand. So I felt reaffirmed by the fact that she just walked away from the baby. And so and then also a hallmark calling card of borderline personality disorder is impulsiveness, right? So it's just when they have a feeling, they're just going to do it, right? They don't have that regulation that healthier individuals would have in regards to thinking about consequences or thinking about the next move. They only think about the here and the now. So when they go off on these tangents of raging, they will destroy your shit. They will hurt themselves. They will hurt you. It just does not matter to them in that moment. And then when it happens and they rage, they go into what we saw today from Eliana, where they become regretful. They become remorseful. They're like, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I didn't think about it. I didn't this. I didn't that. They make a lot of really hasty decisions that usually land their asses in jail, because they do things and it's hard to bring them down as well. So that also might be why they stay away from her when she goes into rages and stuff like that. And also there's 4 different types, but we're gonna have to have a whole series of breaking down borderline personality disorder and rolling this out for y'all of how this works, okay? Because there's different types, just like there's different types of narcissists. But I will have full PowerPoint freaking presentations on my YouTube for y'all, for my nerds who really want to know about this stuff. I find it fascinating. I find psychology and stuff like that absolutely fascinating. I have been in contact with a BPD female before. I ain't gonna say who, but in close proximity, I have. BPD females are typically the females that can really give narcissists a run for their money, because both of them abuse each other. And also, another really important fact about borderline personality disorder is that borderline personality disorder females feel that they deserve to be abused because they live in a constant state of emptiness, and they derive their source of feelings from outside sources. They need constant validation. Not only that, but they also feel like they deserve to be abused because they constantly feel inadequate. So they constantly feel like they're not good enough. That's why she's like, I don't feel like I should be chiefess. I don't feel good enough to be with you. They constantly feel that way, like they're not good enough. So they constantly do actions and do things to receive validation. And when they don't receive that validation, it is raging. And if it is not raging, it is ghost. They leave. You know, and a lot of males are out here getting fucked up by personality disorder females, and they don't even know it. A lot of males out here have children with females that have borderline personality disorder, and they don't know it. And because they only use kids as pawns, they can be very highly manipulative. They use their sexuality a lot. That's why they may go on these binges where they don't want to do anything but have sex. They use sex in order to cultivate relationships, not personality. And that's why their relationship, Eliana and Eligio's relationship, was able to start off in that place. That's why she gets more impulsive or in extreme with her sexual behaviors. And it can get really fucking extreme with a BPD now. It can get really freaking extreme with a BPD and their sexual behavior. Sometimes they usually have a lot of hypersexuality as well, where they either are going to be what would be considered like nympho behaviors with the male, or if they were a single BPD, they may be rather promiscuous. That's another thing too. So yeah, they just, sex is love. They don't understand intimacy, and they couldn't understand intimacy because they don't create an environment of intimacy. And so if you were to want to love on a BPD female, borderline personality disorder female, it would be really difficult because they have a lot of stay and go with them. They want you, then they push you away. Then they say come back, and then they push you away. Then they say come back, and then they push you away. And so it becomes really emotionally harming and detrimental to a male to understand a borderline personality disorder. And they're usually charismatic. It is, like I said, it is the female disorder, sister disorder to narcissistic personality disorder. It just has a completely different twist, and both of them fit together hand in hand. Match made in hell. And so it changes the game if that's what she's dealing with, because she wouldn't leave. That's the thing. She wouldn't leave. Both of them are codependent upon each other, and they're both each other's drug. And so they both abuse each other in all the right ways. So this is like a really kind of sad turn of events, really, when you think about it, because I'm like, oh, that just ups the fucking ante on what we dealing with here. So, and there's a multitude of ways that a person can develop borderline personality disorder. It can be genetic, it can be biological, it can be due to abandonment from a parent, it can due to not be, it can come from not receiving enough validation in childhood, and it also can come from having an irregular childhood, really no schedule, or just them not really knowing what is going next, and a lot of up and down moods from parents. That's another thing too, or just from environments that they're in. And that's not to say that it's always like that, because some people don't have any of that at all and still develop BPD, which leads more towards it being biological, along the lines of like psychopathy, right? Is a person born BPD? And so, but that's a whole nother thing, and I'm going to roll out the PowerPoint for y'all. Yeah. Yeah. You are a recovered BPD. Thank you so much for saying that I'm on point about it. Yeah, I know a BPD female, and so I've seen the struggle, and I'm not saying this to judge her or to judge, because I don't judge mental illnesses at all, period. That's what I went to school for, developmental disabilities and things like that, and mental illness. But of course I didn't go all the way into being a psychologist, so that's not it, just to work in the field, right, as like a QP or something like that. And so I learned a lot, and I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of interesting behaviors, and instead of me being like, okay, I'm going to judge a person for it, I try to understand it. And so that's where I got to digging, like, okay, let me figure out what's going on here and what's your deal, because I need to understand. And so I want to make sure it's understood, for me and my environment, and for those who are rocking with me. I don't judge people who have mental illnesses. I don't encourage anybody to judge people who have mental illnesses. It is actually very serious freaking business, especially borderline personality disorder females, especially because it is a predominantly female disorder. It's a predominantly female disorder, even though there are some males, but it's like 5-6% are males. Because of the fact that it's a damage, it's a person that is severely damaged. And that's why I'm a little compassionate towards Eligio. I get it. But at the end of the day, are you going to work towards trying to get help for your disorder? And so, as I said before, for those who are just joining, borderline personality disorder females tend to automatically lose custody in court unless they submit to receiving intense treatment, because it's going to it takes reprogramming and rewiring the way that you do things, teaching coping skills and all sorts of stuff. And Queen in here can definitely let y'all know about her BPD and what sort of treatment and stuff like that that they did or are doing in regards to that. I know we had a very hellacious time to try to get the Queen that I know to actually seek treatment. But she did and started it because her husband just put his foot down and was like, yo, you got to do something with this or me and the kids are gone. Like, we out. And he only realized that it only became a problem when he seen how she was interacting with the children. That's when he was like, nah, like, you can't do this. Because she'd just be like, fuck the kids, and her rages. Yeah. Yeah. There's hope, but you have to want to do it. You have to want to do it, and you have to, well, their borderline personality disorder does include manipulation, just like narcissism does. So yes, she is manipulating, but if that is her disorder, it's a part of her disorder. It is. And it's a roller coaster. They go up and down and up and down. They cannot have a stable relationship without treatment. It's going to be unstable. It's the mood switch every day, and they come up with shit. They come up with shit to feel abandoned about. They come up with shit to create an environment for them to be abused because they like to be abused. They like it. So that's why I said that it changes the game if she is dealing with BPD, because she likes being abused, because it validates the lack of worth that she feels. So if you feel like you do not have worth on the inside, you are creating situations to validate your unworthiness on the outside. So that's why it goes into a whole nother deal. Now we in a whole nother ball game if that's the case, because I'm like, fam, you done sat up here and took us into some shit that I didn't expect for us to be in, because you done changed the game. She could possibly never get sick of being abused. Never. He would have to discard her. All out freaking discard her. In a really awful way. If she is suffering from BPD, he's gonna have to let her go. That's it. That's the only way. Only fucking way. Yeah. Only fucking way. No, I have not been able to view Velvet's chart. I want to get on a chart. You know, you can see personality disorders in someone's chart. You can see a predisposition towards personality disorders in someone's chart. I'm actually going to show a chart because someone asked me in my community section on YouTube about this when I was talking about BPD and the biological aspects of it, right? And so I know a chart. I know a chart that has a predisposition to a personality disorder on it. I know a chart. I have a chart for one of my kids. One of my kids' chart actually has a predisposition for joining a cult. Believe it or not. One of my kids actually has that on their chart. Fanaticism and joining a cult, becoming involved in some very seedy activities. So on one of my kids' charts. Through Cafe Astrology. Cafe Astrologies and Tarot.com are the two sites that I really like to look at charts from. For those who want to see their chart. Cafe Astrology, birth natal chart, Google it. And Tarot.com, birth natal charts, Google it. Yeah. Yeah. Baby Eliana's chart, she has all fixed signs. And there's a lot of detachment. Her childhood is not positive. So I might do something on her chart too. I might walk y'all through baby Eliana's chart. It'd probably be better for me to just walk y'all through it, so it ain't just me saying it. But yeah, her chart's a little tough. That's why they were so concerned, though. When they did talk about her chart the one time, they did a live, and she was basically trying to, Eliana was trying to talk her way through what they could do to get the better aspects of her chart than more so the negative aspects of her chart. And that's because the chart was so rough. The chart was rough. She was like literally thinking, and she looked very somber in that live. Dang, I gotta remember where it is because I can't remember, and I'm not even the one that live streamed it, so I gotta find where she was talking about her chart. And they don't really go into her chart like that. Her chart will tell you a lot about them if you go into baby Eliana's chart, and that's why we're gonna go into it. We're going to go into baby Eliana's chart just so y'all can see, because that chart tells a lot about them. But here's the thing. They think that staying together is what is going to improve the circumstances in regards to baby Eliana's chart, and it's not. That's not what's going to improve it. That's not, because we see what their environment is, but the fact of the matter is they are not willing to accept that their environment is toxic. So if they consistently raise her in that environment and both of them are running around with disorders, or even just his disorder, is going to create the circumstances in baby Eliana's chart. So folk gonna have to get help. Folk gonna have to get help and acknowledge that they have a problem. And if you don't notice that Nature Boy doesn't understand his psychosis, it's because of the fact that he has the gall, right, to film 24 hours, and he thinks that it makes him transparent and is in a positive nature, not understanding that him filming 24 hours, right, a day is what is really providing valuable insight into the fact that he is a disordered individual. He doesn't understand that because narcissists can't see what they do as being wrong. So he doesn't understand why people feel the way that they feel about him, why people are saying what they say, because he's like, yo, that's not me. I'm just real. Well, we understand that you're real, but that doesn't change the fact that you have a lot of calling cards and hallmarks for narcissistic personality disorder. That don't change that. And so he doesn't get that part. But you know what? I said, thank goodness he does film 24 hours a day because they're going to be studying his ass in psychology classes. He just doesn't know it yet. But they are. They're going to be, on Nature Boy's chart, and he's going to know what I'm talking about. On Nature Boy's chart, it says that he would be famous, right? If not in life, posthumously, right? Or in death. He's going to be famous in life and death because they're going to be sitting up there studying his ass. They're going to be studying his ass. They're going to have a whole course dedicated when they get to talking about cults, that he's going to be right there. They're going to be talking about his ass for years to come. Years to come. Years to come. It's not staged for donations. Here's how I believe the staging works. Let me tell you. Because if you say that it is staged, right, for donations, he can start the situation, right? And if he was to start the situation, because I'm split on this, if he was to start the situation, right, the other characters are not aware of the scene. They're not. Because one, they're not even good. They're not good actors. And two, their emotions and their reactions are absolutely real. Like, their reactions are real. And why I tend to believe that it's not staged, because you would have to think, oh my gosh, this can't be real. But it is real for narcissistic personality disorder individuals and narcissistic personality disorder relationships. It is absolutely real. That is exactly how the fuck they act. That's what they do. And for a narcissistic personality disorder and BPD, borderline personality disorder relationship, that's exactly how their relationships are. I've seen this shit in real life. Seeing this in CarbonNation is not the first motherfucking time I've seen this shit. It's not. I just was like, I can't say she's BPD yet because I still have to see other things from her. And now that I done seen the stuff that I've seen from her, family, I done seen enough. She got bored. She's along the lines of BPD. She's on the spectrum. She's on the spectrum. She surely is. She surely is. And he does. And what's not making it work, right, and that is keeping the situation so unhealthy, is because Ra is quite the manipulator too. And so now I am watching and observing Ra to figure out what her deal is. Because behind every little shitstorm is Ra. Ra has been quite the little instigator. Quite the little instigator. And folk just letting it ride, acting like they don't see this girl instigating shit. Because I see it. I see it. Absolutely. 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 Well, here's the thing. He wants to have this reality show, but I don't really know if the reality show would happen, just because of the fact that they are textbook. They textbook something wrong with them. They textbook. I don't think we're going to sit there and be like, okay, yeah, they need to be able to make money off of abusing and harming people. No. And if he's not abusing and harming people, he needs to stop acting like he is. It's that simple. It's that simple. Plenty of people can have shows and situations based on families functioning just fine. And we don't go through all that. I mean, come on now. Let's talk about all the positive family reality shows that we've seen. Run's House. Run's House was a good positive reality show with a family in it, you know. They have outside drama, but they family stuff be little minor stuff. It don't be off the wang like this. Like, it don't be off the wing. Do you think Aya really want to be chiefess? No. No, I did not really think that Aya wants to be chiefess. How I read that situation is this, okay? Let me tell you how I read that situation. Aya just wants to be treated fairly. That's it. I don't understand the type of polygyny that they're running where you got to come in um, at the floor position, right, in a relationship. This is not a job where you come in entry level and you understand that you don't have the same privileges as a supervisor. This is a relationship. Why would I want to get into a polygyny-based relationship as a side chick? Why? Why would I want to, if you enter a relationship with anybody, you want to be receiving of the best. You want to be treated, right, with love and care and adoration. You don't want to be in a relationship where you got to earn your way into being treated like the next motherfucker. And I get the whole concept of time. She been there longer, but nah, fam, this is a relationship. Okay? This is a relationship. Don't bring people in your relationship if they all aren't going to be treated fairly. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, why would you want to come into a relationship being treated less than? You could be treated as queen over here in Babylon and just accept getting cheated on by a motherfucker. Honestly, if that's the case. Because I'm not going to accept being in a relationship and you calling me your wife and you dogging me. Or you telling me that I don't get to have A, B, C, and D because I haven't been here long enough to receive that, or because I'm not chiefess. That's stupid. That is the dumbest shit ever. Like, what are you freaking talking about? This is the worst form of polygyny I've ever seen in my life, and you are fucking it up for any man out there that wants to have a polygynous relationship, because don't no woman want to join no shit like that. Don't no woman in their right mind want to join some shit like that. Period. The way that I've seen polygyny work, because Nature Boy loves to act like he's the only motherfucking polygynous motherfucker out here, and he not. Here's the way I've seen it work. They both get time. He takes both of them on dates together and takes them on dates separately. Sometimes they have sex together and sometimes they have sex separately. Okay? But he understands, from what I've seen of him, that both of them women is their own individual person. And he treats them, he individualizes his interactions with them. He don't just give one a gift and don't give the other one a gift. He gave both of them gifts on Valentine's Day, gifts that tailored to them. Right? And the gifts weren't of lesser value. They both were of equal value. Basically, he got them bags, but they were just two different brands of bags. If y'all feel what I'm saying. And they had flowers in them and shit. It was real sweet and it was real nice. But that's how I'm used to seeing polygyny work. He's been in this relationship with them. Damn, I gotta ask him how long they done been together. I know it's over 5 years. I know that shit. Because what happened was, he started off cheating, and then they ended up staying together. So, and they don't live together. They live in two separate houses. That's another thing. So, yeah. Right. It is the most unfair form of polygyny I've ever seen in my life. And the reasoning of why to do that, he celebrates V-Day, because ladies like to receive gifts. He gives the gifts every day, though. He gives them stuff all the time. But, they want to receive their little stuff at work so they can stunt. I don't know why people are so anti. You buy stuff any other day anyway. Like, what's the big deal? So, I don't know. Just people who's done so anti-Valentine's Day. I don't know. I don't ever celebrate Valentine's Day, me, myself, personally. I just always conveniently be single on Valentine's Day. I would like, I be doing my thug thizzle on Valentine's Day. Speak on it for real. Okay, so, hold on, y'all. There we go. I don't fuck with you. I already know who that chick is. I had to block Issa Planner real quick. I do not fuck with your disordered ass in any shape, form, or fashion. Don't ever bring your Fraggle Rock ass up in my lives ever a fucking again. Okay? But I done blocked your ass. But if you decide to hop your ass back up on there on another fake profile, I'm going to get on your head. Because I really have strong disdain for you. Like I do. I don't like to say I hate people, but I have very strong disdain for that particular female. Like, nah, go the fuck on. Just go the fuck on. Some girl, her name is like Branded by Lala. She done gave me hell and bullshit on fucking YouTube. And then I got past that and I was like, yo, I'm gonna let you rock. And then she was sitting up there and was like, she's the one that sent the message to young Pharaoh. Like, oh, I want to see this bitch go down and expose this bitch. Sent him this whole motherfucking message of motherfucking lies. Then she was on my shit, being back and forth or whatever, being just a frenemy of a person I don't even really know. Like, I don't even know you, but I guess in the form of having associates and how I interact with y'all, she was just playing the frenemy shit. And I was like, nah, bitch, I don't trust you in fake life, and I don't trust your ass in real life. And people probably in your real life shouldn't trust your ass based off the shit I seen from you online. Nah, fam. Nah, fam. That's what we not finna do. That's what we not finna do. You done got put all the way fucking out there. It was in one of the receipts that young Pharaoh showed. After he showed the receipts with Pops, he showed the receipts with her. And she came and was like, at first I was seeing it, I was like, oh, that's black, that's black. She was like, oh no, you lied and said that I'm black and I'm not black. And I was like, oh, bitch, it's you? Because I expect black to be a fucking hater. But now that you done revealed that you a fucking hater, I'm going to need you to step and keep fucking walking until you reach a cliff and jump and fall the fuck up off that motherfucker. That's what I'm going to need you to do. I don't play with these people. I don't play with these people. Nah. I done had people do that in real life. That's why you can't trust these disordered females out here, yo. They crazy. Something is really wrong with them. And y'all got to watch yourselves. I digress. Watch yourselves, ladies, with these females out here that will get you murked out in these streets. A lot of times we consider the fact that we have to watch ourselves amongst men, but you got to watch yourselves amongst females, because these females are setting bitches up to get robbed, raped, killed, all sorts of shit, just because they want to see a motherfucker hurt, and just because they want to see a motherfucker down, and just because you live in your life and you chilling and you happy with yourself, you don't really have to have a lot. You ain't got to have all of these brands. You ain't got to have all of these labels. You ain't got to have your hair did or your makeup on. Just the fact that you have confidence and self-love is enough for these hating ass birds to come chirping all up in your life, looking for a place and opportunity to drop shit on you. So you need to make sure you watch yourself and you keep your circle tight. And if you see somebody doing some bullshit that you got to side eye and cut your motherfucking eye at, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off, like K Camp said, and leave that damn troll head, muppet ass, hating ass, Froggle Rock head ass, cocaine is a hell of a drug ass, your mama never loved you ass over there. Okay? I'ma ignore you like your baby daddy do. Don't come to me with that. That's what I'ma do. Like, bruh, he don't like you and I don't like you either. Damn. They be trying to play with me because I was trying to be in my zen and be calm, because I'm working on it, right? I'm working on being a better person. God ain't through with me yet. Okay? I be like, y'all be trying me because I be being sweet and stuff, and I be burning my incense and burning my sage. But what they don't know is, okay, I will hop out of meditation and slap you. And then I will burn my sage and tell the divine that I'm still working on being a better person. But my higher self and my lower self will come together and Mortal Kombat KO you. Period. Stop playing with people. Everybody ain't for play play. People always think spiritual folk for play play. Spiritual folk ain't for play play. Just because we working on ourselves and staying in our higher selves and stuff does not mean that you can come and do lower vibrational shit to us and think we won't clap the fuck back, okay? They know me, okay? The stars, the heavens created me. So they know how I am in real life. And in real life, I will fuck you up, okay? Play with me. Go play with your kids. Now, anywho, let's get back to what we was talking about. Get back, man. Aya doesn't want to be chiefess. Aya just, she just wants to be treated the same as everybody else. That's it. That's it. So, because Aya's just happy to be there. Aya's just happy to be there. Aya also has some other issues going on with her as well. And so it's concerning to me because I don't think she can be over there for a long period of time accepting, enduring abuse. Because she already has, her mental health can deteriorate under very, very stressed situations. And I already see her starting to detach. I already see her zoning out. And it looks like she is just trying to cope with what's going on. And she probably, like all the rest, don't know what their options are and don't know what her plan B is. But Aya family want her too. Aya boo-boo, your family wants you. They want you back. They don't, you need to go on home, okay? Maybe there are some things that happen and people just don't feel accepted as they are. And that's something that we need to work on as a society, is just accepting people for who they are and how they are. If they not hurting nobody and they not harming nobody, and they just them and they might be a little weird and a little thrown off, doesn't mean that we need to shun people because they don't belong. We should be more ingratiating as a society, and a lot of people then would not feel the need to go to cults. A lot of people then would not feel the need to be in abusive relationships. They would feel a little bit more whole as people. They would. Do you think Eligio invented the "I love myself" phrase because he hated himself? I think it's a self-affirmation, yes. I think it's a self-affirmation. He said it today that he worked on the holes that he had in him, right? And he built his confidence because he came from a very insecure place. I believe that to be so. But what happened is, yes, the grandiose ideal, right? The grandiose sense of self is what actually covers the insecurity. So the alternate persona that he created in order to cover up those feelings of insecurity or those feelings of just abandonment and stuff that he had in him, inadequacy that he had in him, creates the ego. So no, it hasn't come to a healing process, because when you come to a healing process, then you are able to just be, right? And a lot of people can't just be at peace with themselves. Like he said, he went into nature and he spent time by himself. Okay, where did the egomaniac come from? And I don't believe that it's that I believe anybody can change if they so desire to. Anybody can change. Anybody can change. Yeah. Yeah. I think his values and his outlook on life changes a lot, and that's what changed. But the same ego and the same stuff that he was battling with, he has, because he doesn't really. Why would you surround yourself with all of these people that you say you don't like, right? Because when a person leaves there, he says, "Oh, this person was fake, and y'all just believe them to be what I portrayed them to be," right? He finds every single thing wrong with them. He nitpicks every single thing wrong with them. But he still needs those people to be around him, probably because he might have a fear of being alone. He has always been in environments where there was people around. Always. Foster homes, people. Going to prison or juvie, people. All of him in these different various relationships and staying with folk and, whatever, probably being in relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship, is because he derives his he derives his validation from outside sources because he can't fill his own cup. And so that's what the real problem is over there in CarbonNation, is a bunch of them can't fill their own cup. They need to feed off of other people. They need to. Mm-hmm. I think that somebody can well, they have treatment for narcissism. They do. I don't know how the treatment works, which is something I need to probably go look up and actually see how this treatment for narcissists work. I haven't seen any of the narcissists that I know receive treatment, though. They don't even consider it. They don't even consider it. Yes, he's always watching them. He is. He is. He's very perceptive. I've already told YouTube family that Nature Boy is he's a master manipulator, and he's very skilled in people watching. And so he has a lot of, I'm a Leo moon too, so I understand him as a Leo moon. Um, but here's the thing. Everybody has choices. You can be very observant in people and have the gift of intuitiveness and being able to read people and situations quickly, right? Because he can get it quickly. But you have to choose whether or not you're going to use it for evil or you're going to use it for good. He's choosing to use it in a very self-serving manner, under the guise of help. And maybe at some point in time, he wanted to help. When he started, it may have been, oh, I want to help, but then he falls back into the same old thing. Yeah, he falls out in the same old thing. And, he has a lot to learn and understand that as long as you're here on this earth, you're here to learn. As long as you have life and breath in your body from the spiritual tip, you still have something to learn. It is speculated that it is when you really truly understand life is when you transition, as in die. That's one of the theories of the time of death. I don't really know how true that is, and I don't really know if I subscribe to that. I think it's just already pre-designed and preordained of when you pass, unless you manifest on death and manifest on death and manifest on death, that you call death to you, and then you just go up out of here. And that's just cheating, because you ain't gonna do nothing but reincarnate and do this shit again, the same, if not worse. So you might as well live your life the way that you need to live it and learn the shit you need to learn. So for those who struggle with wanting to exit, and I would encourage you to just try to actually get through life, right? The best way you can, and learn different things, because it's not always all that bad. It's not. Miss Crystal Healing Vibrations, if you are on YouTube, before I got on this live, I got out of Miss Crystal Healing Vibrations live that she was doing on depression and anxiety. And so since we were already talking about mental illness, right, there's a lot of people struggling over there in CarbonNation with mental illness. A lot of people who are their reflections following them are struggling with mental illness. And mental illness has the calling card of really not knowing what life is about, not wanting to do life, and just being fed up with it, being in a place of lowness. It's being in that vulnerable state and in that vulnerable place that leads them over there in the first place. That's why they're there. Because when you first start to learn about spirituality and you first start to find yourself, right, and you're looking for answers of why are we here? Who am I? What am I doing? Well, that is the perfect time and phase of life for these cults, these scammers, these manipulators to find you, right? And to suck you in to what they're doing. So all of those people who do follow him, even though we're like they're stupid and whatever, they're just lost people who are looking for something to believe in. And a lot of them are struggling and dealing with mental health issues, depression, things like that. And so when they see his life, they say, oh, that must be wonderful to go out in nature and be carefree and to not have any worries, or to have this family, to have this closeness, to have this love, because he tells them that this is love. And a lot of people are so used to seeing this toxic form of love that they don't think anything's wrong with it. And again, I don't judge from that, as I've told YouTube family plenty of times. I was there in that place. I can't say that I was always this whole person, because I did spend 5 years of my life in a DV relationship with a narcissist. I spent 5 years of my life doing that. And the reasoning of why that is because you just looking for somebody to believe in. You looking for somebody to be your hero, because you don't know and you don't believe that you are your own hero. And it is when you start saving yourself that you're no longer looking for other people to save you. And that's another reason why I don't promote, leadership or being the leader of the community. No, the best thing that a person can give you and the best thing that a person can tell you is how to lead yourself. How to get yourself through your life the best way you can for your highest good. And all of that starts with your mind. And that's why I get so invested in this, because I don't like seeing people mess with a human's mind, right? Because your mind is what creates your reality. So if a person has control of your mind, it's no longer your reality that you're living, it's their reality that you're living. And the reality that they create for you to live is a reality that's going to make you miserable, that's going to make you upset, that's going to keep you stagnant, that's going to stop you from growing, that's going to stop you, as they say in CarbonNation, a person is just vibrates out of here, right? Vibrates out of here. And that's what we do in life. We vibrate from phase to phase, place to place, thing to thing, right? In order to see what we can see, to learn what we can learn, to experience what we experience, right? And then all of that continuously takes us to our next self, our next person, right? And we have to not be afraid of that. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of outgrowing that stage. So even though they're past it, they're still like, what will be next for me, right? It's the same thing as us being afraid of death. What will be next? What's on the other side? A lot of people stay stagnant in situations that they don't move on from because they're so afraid of what's on the other side, instead of just opening the door and stepping out there and saying, you know what? It's just time for me to go, because this is no longer for me. And just like we age and we have another full rotation, right, around the sun, well, that is the same thing we have in our life phase and our life cycles. And I'm going to tell you what, don't you stay in a phase and a cycle that's going to make you miserable, that's going to make you sick. Why is CarbonNation so important? Because a lot of people out here, they not in cults. They're not in cults. But they dealing with their own personal allegio in their life. In their life. He's not the only narcissist walking around here. He's not the only person manipulating people around here. He's not the only person hurting people around here. And when we don't address that, right? And for other people to understand the relatability to their life, that this could be you, or this may be you on a lower scale because you're not in a cult. But if you're in a relationship with somebody that's harming you, if you have a relationship with a family member or a friend that is manipulating you and harming you, then you might as well be in CarbonNation. You might as well be. Okay? So let's make that clear. I'd say that's why I don't judge them. I've done it. I've been right where Eliana is at. I've been there. 20 years old, 21 years old. I was 20 when I had my son. 21 years old with a baby and a crazy motherfucker. That immediately, when I birthed my son, I've always had like an athletic build, right? Been very slender, like, right? A little slim thick. And immediately he started fat shaming me. We were like an athletic gym workout couple. And so he immediately started fat shaming me. Oh, what's that? To my little stomach, because my stomach didn't just pop back into place. And, oh, look at all of this weight on you and all of this. I ended up developing a complex, and I see that in them as well. I developed a mild form of body dysmorphia where, okay, let me go out of this live. I'm going to the next one so I can see. Anywho, as I was saying, so when I got out of that relationship, I ended up dealing with a form of body dysmorphia. And the body dysmorphia led me to having very unhealthy eating patterns and things like that, because I was taking unhealthy measures to control my weight, right? So I started losing weight. It was so bad that mentally I was unable to even gain weight, because if I gained 2 pounds, I thought I was fat. See what I'm saying? So this type of stuff that they're dealing with and the abuse that they're dealing with over there is not lightweight. It's not, to the point where, I mean, it took me years to get past that. It took me years to get past that body dysmorphia, to just be comfortable in my body just the way that it was. And then the reasoning of why I was able to do that is because I seen his ass with a big girl. I seen his ass with a big girl, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. And that's the type of shit that they do. That's the type of shit that they do. Sit up there and cause you all of these problems and shit. And then they go back on their morals and principles. Because let me tell you how he's triangulating his other mothers of his kids. Before I forget this point, let me tie this in for you guys. When I saw him give me hell about gaining weight, and then I saw him with that big girl, this is similar to the situation that they have going on and how he's triangulating the other mothers of his kids, because he was able to let them kids go. He didn't give a fuck about them kids. He probably has bare minimum interaction with those children. So why the hell is he all concerned about this baby? And imagine how the other mothers, right, and his other kids who see this are feeling. That y'all ain't think of that. They're watching this like, what the fuck? What the fuck? He didn't do all of that. He didn't do all of that for me. Or the other kids. That's my daddy too. Hell. So they triangulate in that way. They do. They triangulate in that way. Yeah. So it's every single thing that narcissists do leave you with wounds, of the mind, right? Of the mind. And they're always fucking with multiple people at one time. That's another thing. When you get into the triangulation, it's not just abusing Aya and Aya, right? It's not just abusing Aya, it's abusing Velvet too. Let me tell you how it's abusing Velvet. Okay? Let me tell you how these stunts abuse both of them at the same time. Aya was being abused because they were all ganging up on Aya, right? Velvet was being abused because everybody was jumping on Velvet, right? About the fact of, like, yo, you being evil as fuck, which she was. But for him to expose that moment of her, knowing that that is the way that the public is going to perceive it, and that is the way that the public perceived it, he was enjoying the fact that the public bashing Velvet for her actions was it was like a public lynching of her too. So Aya was getting lynched by them, right? Eliana's getting lynched by us. And then Eliana has to come back and apologize because all of that took a toll and weight on her as well. Because everybody was getting on her, but she thought she was in the right. See what I'm saying? There's always two people. Not only that, but you don't even really know if that's what she said. When they triangulate, they can take something that is a grain of freaking truth, and you don't really get to talk about it because they like to cause drama all the time. That's what they do. Every narcissist causes fucking drama, and they do it with other people. They will say, let's say I gotta think of a really good triangulation that I've experienced, right? They will tell you one thing, right? My kid's dad's mom triangulates us a lot. when I was dealing with them, but I don't deal with them anymore. But they would triangulate us. He triangulates too, but that's another story. But they both kind of do it. They will tell me one thing, right, and then tell the other party something else. And so now I'm seething because what they told me seemed like that person was gossiping about me, or that person said something fucked up about me. They tell the other person the same thing, similar, right? That she said this about you, or she did this, and yada, yada, yada. By the time we actually get on the phone to talk, we're pissed off at each other and we're arguing and we're going at it because we're pissed off because this one individual both told us something different. And before there was no beef until that one individual came and told us this, that, and the third. Then if you were to call that individual out, they would be like either, yeah, you said that, you said da 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 da, so they gaslight you in order for you to not even, with that one part of whatever it was that was true, but they may have pulled what you said out of context, but you can't really prove that they pulled what you said out of context if that be the case. And you may not even be able to prove that you didn't fucking say the shit because they're going to gaslight you to death. And the other person is going to be so fucking mad or whatever because they're gaslighting and instigating at the same time. And you're in a whole entire war zone. And then you and that other person end up not fucking speaking for a while. So that's how that works. Cancer, moon, moon child. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, so that's another way that works. So he does that to them all the freaking time. Yeah, I'm just getting back in. I am. I'm just getting back in. Momentarily. I just stepped out. I went out to dinner. That's why I had to hurry up and finish my hair and stuff like that. Because I'll tell y'all, I was about to be in that bonnet for a whole nother day. I was about to be wearing that bonnet for a whole nother day. Facts. Why are you trying to come into the live? I get you, but why are you trying to come into the live? What do you want to talk about? Hey, Fairy Soul, how are you? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Hey, you want to come into the live, Pops? Pops can come in. Are you at work? So, yeah, that's that. That's the type of stuff that they do, though. That's the type of stuff that they do. And it ain't a game. It ain't a game. I am totally military, bring me in. Are you going to come in talking strategy? Because we can't have that. We only want to, I'm bringing you in. Because I figured that's what you was snooping up for.
Jazz?
Yeah.
I wanted to say something. I know, well, for all the people watching, I want them to understand. You said something a little earlier, why he fighting so hard to keep this baby. Well, one, because she a girl, and he already said what he want to do to her. You know, I don't understand why people not getting the true him of what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
He already told Velvet, when you screaming and hollering, kicking, I'm gonna be putting you out, handing you your bag and telling you get the fuck. That's what he told her. Like, I don't understand which part these people not understanding. He said that Velvet is giving birth to his new wife. Like, I don't understand what these people not understanding. He's already premeditating molestation, child pedophilia on my grandchild. And if he think that I'm going to let him keep the baby, keep my grandchild and send Velvet, negative, bro. That's not going to happen. That's if Velvet walk, he better let that baby walk too. He better let my grandchild go just like he let her go, because that's going to be a real fight, because how you gonna say all the things you gonna do to this baby, and none of those sick people that support him is not getting that point. Yeah, polygamy, all of this bullshit he talking, but everybody missing the message that he trying to give, and that is he's gonna molest that baby. He already said it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't no man, a real man that have daughters, gonna say nothing like, she got some sexy eyes. Then he said that to my ex-wife like it was nothing. And then he asked her, oh, you didn't like that comment, huh? Hell no, she didn't like that comment. She didn't like what you said. And nobody else liked what you said except for those people that's rotting for you that's just as dirty. Look, I'm going to say this and I'm going to keep saying it. If y'all ride for this dude, you're just as dirty. You're just as much a pedophile. You're just as much a murderer. You're just as much a child molester as him. You're just as much a rapist as him, because that's what he upholds. All that stuff he doing in the Velvet online, all that stuff he trying to make people, whatever he trying to do, it's not right. People see it's not right, but they still uphold him. They still uphold him.
What do you have to say about seeing Velvet wanting to walk out of there twice? Do you think she really wanted to walk? Do you think she was just playing? How are you feeling? Because I know every time this happens, they light your phone up, they light my phone up. How are you feeling with seeing this situation? Like, what's your whole assessment of it?
I gotta explain this to y'all. Velvet is ready to go, but what y'all gotta understand is that she in a whole nother country, just had a baby, and she got a bunch of goons around her with machetes. Like, if y'all can't see that's a hostage situation, if y'all can't see him putting her out and making them pull her back in, because see, what y'all got to understand is that he don't want himself to look like the bad guy. When it comes down to it, everybody else going to look like the bad guy but him. But guess what? He done gave us enough. He done gave us enough to show he's the real bad guy. And we're going to make it stick. I just want you to know that. Elisio, we're going to make it stick. And trust me, bro. When they come and get you, you ain't gonna be able to run. Ain't no jungle or whatever the hell, wherever you at, it ain't big enough for you to run. It ain't big enough for you to run, because you already said your crime. And I thank you. I thank you for giving me everything. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You know, if he want to do the right thing, you better, if you put her on a bus, you better make sure she have bus fare to get there. And you know what? I want to let everybody else know that any of them girls that's ready to leave, the people at the Mexican embassy is waiting on y'all. Like, I talk to these people personally myself. They waiting on all y'all. All y'all got to do is get there.
Yep.
All y'all got to do is get there. Until we have the proper guidance, or until we have the proper escort to go over there, we have to be patient. We have to sit and wait until all this fall into place. But
let me say it, Pops, because you can confirm too. We have already contacted them about going over there, and doing things the right way and the proper way, as it is going to a whole nother country, and following their rules and following their laws and having an escort. They basically told us that we got a few more pieces to put together, right?
Yes.
Before we can go over there. And
don't get me wrong, y'all. If they was in Mississippi, if they was in anywhere in these good old 50 United States of America, we could have been pulled up on them. Some gangster shit or whatever you want to call it. However, we dealing with a whole nother ball game. We dealing with a whole nother ball game. So I'm just asking everybody to be patient. You know, don't give up on us. Don't think nothing ain't happening. Just be patient, man. You can't just go waltzing into somebody else's country talking about what you gonna do somebody. Not after this clown and put himself all over the internet and begging for money and all of this and talking about what he was gonna do to babies and all these other people that are trying to get over there. Man, y'all need to wake up. Stop being so stupid and wake up.
We doing it the right way, and the fact of the matter is that if anybody gets put up out of there, because I know people were still trying to pop mess about the donations. The donations are also to bring them home.
That's
so
right.
If anybody gets out of there, the donations are not touched. They sitting there. A lot of us going off of our own money, and that's the thing people don't seem to understand.
That's right. And I can say this. If y'all want to know about the donation, since y'all want to know, we have enough to get 4 people home. That's one-way tickets to come back to America once they get to the embassy. We got unless we get our escort right now as it stands, we have enough to get at least 4 people home. So
we're going over there anticipating bringing more than just Velvet home. That's already been the anticipation. Is that we going over there. It's really not funding us to go over there, but it's the people keep forgetting the fact we got to bring people back. It's not just that. It's bringing ourselves back, bringing them back, all of that stuff. People don't really think of it.
He took the baby birth certificate, somebody told me. Okay, fine, Velvet. If he took the birth certificate, you the mama, go get another one.
Yeah.
Right? If you need to go to a town next to your town and get somebody's phone and call daddy and say, Daddy, I need some money to get home. I need some money to get a birth certificate. I need whatever you need. All you got to do is get to that town and call me. Like, you can call your friend, you can call me. And you know this. Get to that town, call who you need to call. I'll make sure everything there, because I already... Man, y'all just be patient. Be patient and watch it unfold. Like, just watch it unfold. He can be stupid if he wants, but I'm banking on him being a very stupid person already. So, yeah, you keep being stupid, Mr. Bishop. That's all I want you to do. Thank you very much. Thank you for being stupid. But
I think we tired of seeing the. I kind of looked at it a little bit. And I be on the fence about it. But people do tend to forget the fact that she is behind a lock wall. She's behind a brick wall, behind a lock gate. More than anything, he's using that baby against her.
Now
he's using the baby, and that's another thing. And getting messages to her, communicative messages. She had to sneak and call a friend anyway. Then he took a phone. And so that's a whole nother thing as well, too. But at the end of the day, he done put enough stuff out into the atmosphere, but that where we were at, now we starting to see movement. And that's very positive. That's very positive from where we started at. Because it's been a mission, and we done kept tabs on anything and everything that has gone on. So folk decide they want to run their mouth and say, oh, they lying. You wait till the conclusion, and some people going to be eating their words, because we're going to be able to tell everything that we have gone through and what we've been up to for this past month, because it's been real in the field. It's been a whole nother thing that people probably would not understand nor fathom, but we can't really talk about it because that needs to stay with us.
Right. Some people try to destroy, but hey, you can't. It ain't gonna work. But I want to tell him again: if you think I'm gonna let you keep my grandchild, boy, you done lost your everlasting motherfucking mind. Not gonna happen, partner. All of this shit about I'm gonna put her out. I'm ready for her to go. I mean, let me tell y'all something. If you're a grown person, grown woman, or grown man, once you make up your mind to do something, your mind is made up. Why the hell you have to get people to call in to give you advice?
Mm-hmm.
Why you have to call? Why you have to get people to call? Just like the last time he called in, hey fellas, I need the real men to call in and tell me what y'all would do if you're in my position. and they only had one pedophile showed up. And then the nigga said he was a teacher in one of our schools.
One pedophile showed up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a teacher at such and such school, and I'll support everything you do. Man, y'all better watch him wherever that nigga from. Y'all better watch him around y'all kids, because he the only one that said he support that pedophile. And the other guys just was like, man, fuck, you got his daughter over there. You got a daughter now, what you think? So then he want to end it and start talking all to the ladies, because, man, I don't understand how y'all falling for this shit unless y'all just like him.
Well, he guards her too, though, and that's the thing that people miss. I'm looking at the comments. He guards her. I went in his live and I was like, I want to speak to both of them. Like, I want to speak to her. And people want, when they're going through something, he does not let her come on a live until she's already reprogrammed and back with the shits. So he doesn't let nobody
until her knots done went down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you can hit somebody and make them put ice on it and make the goddamn swelling go down or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the edge snatched out has been confirmed, but I'm not sure if she really snatched them out herself or if she's covering for him snatching them out, but they have been snatched out her head. And I do believe that her face was swollen. She says she snatched her. She came on live today, Pops. You ain't got caught up. She came on live today and said that she snatched her heads out, her edges, her hair out her head while having a raging episode. She got so mad, she started pulling her hair out her head. That's what she said.
Look, Val, I know you got a lot of people against you over there. If this message get to you, I'm telling you, I taught you how to fight. You stop being scared and give them people a reason to come over there. I mean, if he's trying to keep your child, give them people a real reason, man. Like, stop playing with this dude. He can't keep you. He can't keep my granddaughter. He cannot keep the baby. Period.
That's what I went off and said earlier today. He can't keep that. He did, for some reason, he thinks, but we done got it already set up. He cannot keep that baby over there. They already know what's going on. She does not even need that shit. They gonna work it out at the embassy. So
she pump up milk and then she leave. How she gonna feed the baby? How he gonna feed the baby after that? How he gonna do that? Ain't nobody else over there lactating. Like, y'all could talk about coconut water and all that dumb shit y'all want. That child need the mama milk. So y'all need to stop supporting that fucking madness. That's what y'all need to stop doing. Stop supporting that boy madness, because that boy is sick. Something wrong with him. And that just go to show me how many other people out there like that. Like, if Velvet could start waking up like she doing and getting away from it, going over there for a retreat and trying to learn about botany and agriculture and all of this, and realizing that she in some kind of crazy walked up cult, sex cult, then y'all could wake up too. Because ain't none of y'all got the balls to go over there like she did. So what y'all joking for? Y'all like all on this nigga nutsack because what? And he talk to y'all like y'all stupid. Send me money. Don't give a fuck what y'all saying. Shut your fucking mouth. Send me money. Like pimping all y'all. Y'all need to stop the dumb shit, man. Get yourself together and stop being a pedophile like him.
Yeah, and that's that. But you know what? Let's all of us, just like we manifested on him going to jail, we still manifesting on him going to jail. We still manifesting on him going to jail, and we still manifesting for everything that's in the works to pop out, for everything to go out in a positive way, and for the multiple seeds that have been planted to really come into fruition properly, so that we can all start doing what we need to do and move forward with the plan. And that's that. Because we done put a lot of work in, and you have put a lot of work in for your daughter. More work. People do not know. One thing I'm going to tell y'all about Pops is all he do is think about getting Velvet. That's all he do. That's all he talk about. He look at every loophole. He look at everything. He call everybody. He goes to every connect. I mean, his patience and his resilience, because a lot of doors have been shut in his face, and he still get up the next day and do it all over again, getting on these people about helping get this done. For real. You be on it. People do not even understand the type of dedication you got. They don't even know. They do not even know, man. They don't.
Look, I wanted to say this too. If y'all listen to him talk, he always talking about slavery and putting the white man in his business and all of this kind of stuff. But what y'all got to realize is that all he did was learn from slavery and from this white man he keep talking about, and from even sometimes reference things that Willie Lynch said in the Willie Lynch letter. All he did was learn, and actually he then took those teachings that he has learned, and he just turned it around on those people, doing the same thing to them that the so-called slave master did to our ancestors. He doing the same thing to them today. Mm-hmm. So how could y'all let him get away with saying what he don't want done to him, but he want to do this shit to other people?
Right. Tell
like, it don't make no sense. Y'all listen to this man. Y'all see this man be mean to these people. Y'all see this man got, all of a sudden he go from this la-la and fucking la-la world and this what I'm preaching and this what I'm doing, to holding machetes on his side and not letting people go. Like, come on, y'all. Where you do this shit at? So the next thing, I'm just keep telling my child, all y'all over there, don't drink the fucking Kool-Aid when he give it to y'all. Don't take nothing from that nigga, because when Jim Jones realized his people was leaving, he killed all the people over there. And I know y'all cannot tell me y'all did not hear this man say that if something happened, something go down over there, everybody gotta die with him. Like, come on, man. Why? Why?
And help is coming. So don't drink no Kool-Aid, because help is coming. Help is coming. If folk over there may be scared to say they want to leave, everybody takes to brainwashing differently. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Some people are highly susceptible to manipulation. A person can say right now, after programming, a person can say, I'm gonna slap you or I'm gonna kill you, and you might freeze up. But another person, you could come up to them and say, I'm gonna slap you, I'm gonna kill you, and they're gonna haul off and punch you in the face. Everybody ain't the same. Right. So people think that it's just mind manipulation and stuff like that is serious business. And depending on the level of abuse that they had already experienced previously in life, or just due to their normal predisposition and personality, makes them more susceptible and believe perceived threats more than other people do. I watch a lot of ID channel and crime shows, and let me tell you, them people be real freaking scared of stuff that even judges think they shouldn't have been scared of, but they was legitimately terrified of this human being. So when the human being tells them to do something, they do it because they have been successfully conditioned to be that damn scared. It's not easy for everybody to walk out. Some people stay in domestic violence relationships for 30 days, some people 2 years, some people 30 years. Everybody is not the same. Everybody ain't the same.
And I want y'all to pay attention to some of these people that done left. Some of these people that done left has actually said the type of things they go through. Mm-hmm. They done already said it. I want to tell my dad. I want to tell my daughter too. I want to say, Val, I want you to come home. We can work on our differences. I want you to know I love you, and we can work on it. Like, I don't care what you think bad happened. We had a whole bunch of good times in life, but you gotta know there is a solution to every problem, and whatever the problem is that we have, We can work on it. Like for you, for my grandchild, I'm telling you again, you don't have to come back to the United States if you don't want to, but we got somewhere for you to go. That's going to be really living in nature. So I want you to know that, Val. You got us. We here for you. If he even let you see this part of the video, because I know he chop it up and he don't let you see everything. You know, I got you. And to him, all you got to do is stop all this bullshit trying to make money and just take her to the embassy. Take all them girls, anybody that want to go, take them over there. If you scared to fucking go yourself, then let your little cronies take them. Don't drop them off in the middle of nowhere with no money and stuff like that, because you fucking wrong if you do that to them people. Which I heard that's what you do, people. So go to the town and get a phone and call somebody. And guess what? I got y'all. All y'all got to do is get to that damn phone.
And then also dang, I done lost my train of thought. I got so did he call you back on the WhatsApp? I know you called the WhatsApp number several times.
He trying to pull me on live. And look, I done been there, done that. There's no negotiating with him. It's me. I don't want no apology. There's no negotiating. What's already going down is going down. Whether you think I'm stripping you of your family, whatever the fuck you think, I'm not going to let you hurt my grandchild, partner. And that's the bottom line. It ain't no fucking negotiation. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to talk to you. You're dogging them people out. You're dogging my child out. You're dogging you want to dog my grandchild out. You're doing all this shit and you want to fucking, let's reason together. No, nigga, fuck all that. I'm not reasoning with you. It can't nothing you say could change my mind. I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a child molester. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a rapist. I'm never going to be one. I'm never going to agree with you. I don't give a fuck about what all these other people over there talking about. He doing this and he doing that. Nah, y'all missing the big picture. Y'all missing the big picture. And if y'all riding with him, you're just as fucking dirty. So y'all need to just fess up and show your true fucking face so we can start doing something with y'all too. You know, get y'all out of society too, because y'all fucking just as dirty.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people protecting Eligio, and a lot of people that you know don't particularly care about the things that are going on over there. And it gets to a place where even though we laugh and have a good time, this is real life. These are people's real lives over there in this cult. This man's real daughter. This man's real granddaughter. And it is serious business and serious folk. So we got to always be mindful of that. These people over there do got people that love them and care about them and want to see them. And my hopes, and I know your hopes is we when we move and we get up out of there, we ain't walking with just Velvet and
all of them people over there,
we walking with more than that.
Yeah, because they're not safe. They're not safe at all.
They're not safe. They not in the.
They might think they're playing a role and playing like they're in this movie with him or whatever the fuck he got them thinking. But all them girls need to wake up over there. They need to band together and sit around and whoop his fucking ass. That's what they need to do. And they need to walk up out of there together. That's what they need to do.
They need to walk up out of there together. And if they need us to escort them out, that's what it's going to be. That's
right. Because just because wherever she thinks she at is the chiefess, or wherever you think you going as a chiefess, you gotta realize something. How many women that came there that he told this to and he done fucking turned them out and kicked them out? Another thing. This is another thing. I don't understand. You got kids over here, bruh, that you're not even taking care of, that you don't have nothing to do with, that you don't give a fuck about. So what's the point? What's the point of you harping on this little girl so much? It's because you want to do her something dirty, and you already said it. Y'all need to go back and watch them fucking films. He already said what he gonna do, and guess what? If you tell me, oh, he just talking out the side of his neck, then you just as fucking dirty because you supporting him. You supporting what he talking about. Y'all better go watch him say how he gonna kick Velvet out and run in the woods with that baby and all. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, the FBI is aware of the situation. They're aware. Every authority figure that can be called is aware, and they know the situation, and they know it very well, and they receive up-to-date information from me, myself personally, and Mr. Marquez and the Marquez family on the regular about all of them.
We almost got everything we need.
We do. We got we got that.
Give me that charger. My phone about to go out.
We got that. We've been waiting on it, and we got it. So it's all systems go now. So whether they playing or not, we take that shit very fucking seriously.
Yeah, man, you can't play with this shit. Y'all think this
is... We take holding folk hostage very fucking seriously. It looked like a hostage situation to me, and I'm going to go with that.
It looks like a hostage situation to me, too.
Look like a hostage situation to me.
If anybody try to leave, and you got 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes with machetes talking about go back and you pushing on somebody, that don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah. And the way that they sit up there and they say, oh, leave, she leaving, then they all crowd around her, and she was sitting there on the ground. It looked like Velvet was just thinking like, shit, what I'm gonna do? Like, how am I gonna get out of here? What am I gonna do? And so I could see the wheels turning. It's like every time she freak out, she don't really know what the out is, honestly, and how to maneuver around this situation. And they all on her, and then he lunges at her and shit like that.
I will say this, Jazz, and if y'all see this,
hiding the baby paperwork was definitely hostage. That is false.
Exactly, man. Why would you do something like that? Like, if you didn't have no
false imprisonment, that is what that is.
If you didn't have no ill intent, why would you take that child's paperwork and go hide it? Why would you do that? Like, people, this is a sex cult. This dude is running a sex cult. All he talk about. The other night when he said something about, oh, I just gave her a download. I know y'all heard what the fuck he said about my grandchild. Talking about he giving her a download and making reference to her learning how to give him head or something. Now y'all tell me y'all didn't fucking hear that and tell me y'all didn't see it. That and y'all just as fucking dirty. Yeah, he said that. He said that, Jazz. He said that the other night. He said, I'm giving the baby a download, y'all. She got a download. But the way he said it, it was referencing him.
It was referencing his whole
the baby watching one of them giving him fellatio. And I mean, like, man, if I could have reached through that phone and punched him in his mouth, like I said, I would have done it. But I know y'all see it. And if y'all don't see it, you cannot sugarcoat that shit. You can't. This dude is running a sex cult. It's a sex cult. That's all it is. That's all it is. And somebody, beautiful lady, I forgot her name, sent me a video that he made saying why he started CarbonNation. And he started CarbonNation because he was starting a sex cult. He was going to start with all these girls, but it wind up all the boys wanted to go with him, so he took all the boys like he do.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And then the girls came afterwards. But if y'all realize something, they're always kicking the girls out. Like, come on, y'all can't see what's happening? They always kicking the girls out. It don't make no sense. Why is you going to impregnate more women and you don't want to take care of the fucking kids you already got? Why are you going to do that? Like, dude, if you're going to spread your seed, at least be able to take care of the fucking children.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's why I said it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. That's it. It's only a matter of time. Ain't but more. He's coming to the end of the road. He just doesn't know it yet. But he coming to the end of the road. Folk we don't put in work. We don't put in major work. You done kept the grind, and we doing, you know, what they're telling us to do. And
that's
so
right.
Yeah, we're doing what the authorities are telling us to do. So that's another thing. And
y'all, we could talk about this Billy Badass shit, but come on, y'all gotta realize that Everything is done in order. Dignity and order. You got to do things the right way, because if you don't, you're going to mess everything up. And I'm not messing nothing up. He not keeping my grandchild. He not keeping Velvet. He not keeping none of them other girls over there. So all y'all better get ready to bounce. That's all I'm telling you. Because when they come for him, if you with him and you upholding him, well, I don't know what's gonna happen to y'all. So y'all better get y'all mind right and try to get out of there while y'all can.
Yep.
Get the fuck out, man. Get away from this dude, because he don't mean y'all no good.
Get out before the whole thing goes kaboom. Get out.
Them little guys over there, the ones that so-called raped their sisters or they had sex with their little cousins or whatever, all of them going with him. All of them going with him. Ain't none of y'all escaping. I'm telling y'all now. Ain't none of y'all escaping. If y'all did any bad deeds out here and tried to run over there to Mexico to hide, I done told them people about all of y'all. You fucking right, nigga. I'm sending everybody I can. If I can send the fucking military after your dumb ass, I'm gonna send them. I'm gonna send the police, the slave master, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I'm sending them all at you. I'm sending them. I'm telling you. So get ready.
Yep. And there's too many over there that have admitted to molestation and other sexual predatory behaviors, other physically violent behaviors. And so it's a lot of them over there. Somebody asked about the men. We got to figure out which men is all right. That's what, because a lot of them men over there have already confessed on this camera to some crimes. And I know y'all had, if you've been keeping up, I know you done heard quite a few.
I know they saw it. I know they saw it.
To some crimes. They done confessed to some severe crimes. So
I know they saw it.
They gonna get what's going to them too. That's what they gonna get. That's it. They gonna get what's going to them. Period. Period. I haven't heard Pure say anything. I haven't heard Solar say anything, and I haven't heard Pisces say anything. So yes, that makes sense.
That's because that's the more effeminate boys. They just
but them other dudes over there, they confess to some shit that I'm pretty sure the authorities went digging into their backgrounds to confirm or deny their story. You ain't just gonna confess to some shit and think it's gonna ride.
Let me say this, y'all. A sex cult, a sex cult should be illegal everywhere. It should be illegal everywhere. You know, when the time comes, I'm going to ask all of y'all that's for the right to stand up and stand behind us and try to help get this legislation pushed to make the people that want to head these kind of organizations, sex cults and stuff like that, hold them accountable, because right now they're not held accountable for their actions.
Nope.
It don't matter if somebody is 16, 17, or 65.
Yep.
When he did Mama Dia, that was wrong, y'all. That was wrong to tell this woman, stop taking her medicine. I'm going to heal you with a B6 solar diet. And this woman taking her medicine all them years, stopped taking her medicine and died, man. That was wrong. And they should be held accountable. All right?
Well, then there's the fact that there's people who are coming forward. I know when Ashe talked about it, she said that Mama Dia stopped taking her medication before she got over there. But we have some things that show us that he just might be telling people to stop taking their medication before they get over there.
I'm just waiting till you put it together, Jazz. And when you finish and you show these people gonna be sick. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be bombs over Baghdad real soon. Yeah. But right now, we putting it together and linking it together with the people who can throw that ass in jail.
Yeah,
throw that
like
ass.
Really, like so, really, we're gonna be running for the rest of your life, brother.
Mama Dia. Fly high, Mama Dia, because it definitely is looking like some foul play. Period. Fair, definitely looking that way.
Yeah,
definitely looking that way.
Wow.
So we back to reinvestigate. Ain't nobody forgot about Mama Dia. Ain't nobody forgot about that. We ain't forget about that.
I sure didn't, because that was, man, for him to do what he did and send that lady back the way he did, man, you dirty.
He
You
sent her
dirty,
back.
bro.
He sent her back with no clothes on, just
You,
completely disrespected her body.
that dude is
Completely
dirty.
they took her things and she never got her stuff. Her family has never retrieved her things. It is the most disrespectful way to send somebody their loved one back to them.
That's
Period.
right.
And it don't matter nothing about her transitioning and her spirit being in a better place. We supposed to still have a certain level of dignity, even in death. And they robbed that woman of dignity in death. And that ain't right. You got to pay for that. You got to speak on that. And you gonna answer for it. It's
That's
Judgment Day. It is Judgment Day, and Judgment Day is heading towards his ass. He just don't know it yet. We
But
got
guess what, Jazz? These dirty people that ride with him, they don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I cannot understand. If you wouldn't do this to yourself,
Right.
why would you do this to somebody else?
Right.
Somebody else that got a family that love them, somebody else that got people that care about them. Like, come
And
on, man, y'all need to stop.
Folk is not going to sit and see their loved ones being disrespected, and it gets antsy and it gets irritating and it gets very frustrating trying to maintain the patience and be like, okay, just being patient and trusting the process and trusting what's going on and stuff like that. It's very, very difficult, and I know it's a really emotional for you and all the rest of the other families that's involved, that's going through this too, and that's looking at the situation and feeling helpless, because the one link was, even with your situation, with Aya's family situation, and Tori Joy's family situation, the authorities have shut a lot of people down in regards to them trying to do things in order to get their loved one from over there. But now, fortunately, it's new developments. That's
right. We got, it's good. Nah, it's about to be really good for us. Yeah,
it was tough in the beginning, but and everybody was getting discouraged, but it's all right, because we gotta let the universe and the divine do its job. Facts. Before we go, what did you think about that weird obsession that he had with you, talking about he was attracted to you and shit? Did you watch that one?
I heard somebody told me, he said something about she looked like me or something, whatever.
Yeah, he was like he loved you because
to each his own, okay? I don't, whatever you do in your personal life, that's your business. I don't rock like that. My thing is this. Whatever he can do to try to get me to side with him, he can kill that shit, because I'm never going to side with him. I'm never going to side with you, bro. I don't give a fuck if you say I don't give a fuck if you say I'm God and you bow down at my feet. When you bow down, I'm going to kick your teeth out your mouth. I'm telling you right now, I'm done. Like, I was done the first time I heard about what you was doing over there. So whatever assimilation you're trying to make, the best thing I can tell you is put my children, since you want to put them on a bus, I heard, make sure they got some money to get to where they going. Make sure they safe, because that's going to be on your fucking head and your hands too if anything happened to them. Or have your little cronies to bring them where they need to go. Put all them girls out over there. Let them go.
Straight to the embassy.
Because ain't no negotiation with me. And to those fellas that want to redeem yourself and don't have nothing to do with it when you go down, y'all bring y'all asses over there too. Them people is going to help y'all. Them people got y'all when they get there, and we going to help get all of y'all back home.
Yep. That's it. That's all they need to know. At the end of the day, any of them, it ain't going to be no leaving you stranded. You're not going to be able to get home, and you don't know what you're going to do. You don't know who you're going to call. All of that stuff will be organized. All you have to do is get to that embassy. That's it. So folk can know that you out of there. Folk can know, what to do with you, who to contact, whatever we need to do.
And you know what?
In order to get you from point A to B.
I want to say this. He done said a lot of things And he done made some things come true. Like he said he was gonna put my daughter out while she was screaming and hollering. He was gonna keep that baby. So he making that come true, right? I thought he was a man of his word. Up until the other night when he told me that he was taking him to the embassy. And I talked to him and I said, well, just take him to the embassy. I got him from there. That's what you want me to do? Yeah, take him to the embassy. But then he turned around and stopped her from leaving. Like with machetes and all them guys standing around. If y'all didn't see that was a hot situation, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all. But you're not a man of your word. You're not a man of your word. You know, you said what you was gonna do, you should have done it. You ain't keeping my grandchild though. You can hang that shit up, partner. I'm telling you right now. I'll never let you hurt her.
He could have saved himself a shit ton of heartache had he just dropped off at that embassy like he said he would.
That's it. Well, if you gotta leave without the baby,
that lie catching up to him. That lie and that whole situation holding her hostage twice is catching up to him. You ain't gonna have but so many times to keep doing this fuck shit and thinking that you talking her into it looks sweet. No, that looks like a hostage situation to me. That's what it looked like. She need to be able to leave with her baby. If she can leave free and clear with her baby, then
why would you want to keep the baby and you can't take care of the baby? Like, come on, man. Stop
They couldn't even take care of the baby. Couldn't even take. They don't know what to feed the baby. Don't know what to do with the baby, and that will cause severe psychological damage and psychological harm to that baby to be separated from the mother. And I'm not saying that fathers are not important or anything like that, but that is a breastfeeding baby, and that baby is accustomed and synced up directly to her mama, and that's where she needs to be, is with her mother. Period.
Exactly.
Period. And so we can get all of them over here. We can start getting them the help and the assistance that they need for them physically, for them mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We can start getting the people healed and linked to some healing and self-healing for real, and not that bullshit that Eligio was over there doing. Period.
Right.
We ain't got time. We ain't got time to keep playing these games, and we're not going to quit, and we're not going to give up. It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what they do. And if they keep being over there showing their ass, all they going to do is speed up the fucking process. So maybe you want to sit the fuck down with these reality shows, because that reality is too fucking real. You ain't fooling me.
Yeah, y'all gonna see that nigga gave me him. I'm glad he want to be transparent. I don't know no motherfucker that's transparent like him. And watch, when you reap what you sow, man. You just remember that. You reap what you sow.
He thinks he's larger than life. That's the thing. It's kind of like I'm beating the system. Look at me doing all of this foul shit, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
Cause ain't nothing happened yet. So wait till it happen. And wait till they have them cameras on him, and y'all be looking at his back while he trying to get out that back gate to run through the jungle, and then people be on the other side of that fence waiting for him to try to jump over. Wow, watch it happen.
Yeah, his time is up. His number's up. So peace to the chat. Thank you. I didn't even know you was gonna hop in the live today, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad you came and spoke on the situation. Because you just keep on holding on. I haven't even talked to you today. I'm glad I talked to your wife today though, but I haven't even talked to you today.
Thank you, Jazz. I want to thank you for everything you're doing, and I'll take some shots the next time. I don't want to take no shots right now.
No, we not. We done went through enough today.
You have extended your invitation to people. You have put yourself in the middle of taking the fire just as much as us. I commend you for it, and I thank you for it. Keep up the good work. Don't let nobody stop you. Fuck all them haters. Fucking people. Them people ain't doing nothing for you but trying to bring you down. Crabs in a barrel. You're on top, stay on top. And everybody gonna see that you're on top. I thank you, okay?
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Now, I just want them to know that.
Oh yeah, they gonna know we ride. Everything that done gone on is gone just the way that it's supposed to go. We ain't tell nan lie. We ain't do damn misdeed.
Yep.
We ain't got no trickery or no fuckery with us. But the
Yep.
people who do need to watch their motherfucking backs.
Yes, they need to watch their back.
We gonna clean up house. We gonna do our handle the business we gotta handle with Alicia, then we gonna clean up. We gonna
not part of the house, the whole house now. So I need y'all to understand that.
Not
we
part
gotta
of
clean
it,
the whole house.
All of it. We gonna shut it down. Period. They got the right one. They came for the right one. They did.
Yep.
They came for the right ones.
Yep.
So
thank you, Jazz.
Peace, pops.
For the family, y'all have a good night, and everybody stay up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right now.
Yeah, we not playing no games. We not whole house. A lot of people been doing a lot of shit. If you pay attention, there's a lot of motherfucking hypocrisy running around this bitch. Okay? We got a lot of people that's sitting up there exposing some shit, doing some shit. We got a lot of shit. A lot of shit. People can say whatever they want to say about me, but my integrity is clean. And my goddamn reputation is clean. And my morals and my principles is strong. And them motherfuckers is clean too. And anything that I fucking say, I do. And anything that I did say, I didn't do. And I stand 10 toes down on my platform and what I stand for. Period. Okay? So it's not even gonna, it's gonna turn. It's gonna turn. It's gonna turn. Y'all had the right ones. Thought y'all was gonna bully somebody. Y'all bullied the right motherfucker this time. I tell you that. Y'all bullied the right motherfucker this time. I ain't going for it. Yeah. I got dressed up tonight. Cause I went out to dinner. I can't wait to get my boob job. Boy, I tell you. Can't wait to get my little boob job. Yeah. So I'm focused. I stay, on what I need to stay on and doing what I need to do. And that's it. And I ain't gonna deter from that. And I'm not gonna let the bullshit stop me, because I see what the bullshit is about. I see what everybody is on. And so, I wish everybody would have worked together. I wish everybody would have been about it like they say they was about it. And things may have been different, I wish there was more one-on-one communication instead of, let me try to call this person out or whatever. Man, I ain't called no fuck with nobody. I ain't sent for no motherfucking body, but motherfuckers keep deciding they want to come for me. So it's okay. Now we in it. But right now the focus is on doing what needs to be done with them people. And then once we get through doing what needs to be done with those people, I'm going to come for y'all. I'm going to come for y'all because I see everything and I miss nothing. Yes, I'm going to get a boob job. Just a mommy makeover. As I've already been contemplating it for a while, and I just want my pre-baby boobs back. Yeah, that's all. That's all. I'll probably do a whole vlog series on that shit too. Of my process of doing that. But yeah. We got this. It's okay. It's all right. Well, she was doing too damn much. I'm not about to be doing all of that. This is just one thing, and that's it. Plenty of people do it. It's all right. My friend just got hers done, and I was like, oh, and I'm not about to do no big monstrosity fucking boobs anyways. I've always kind of been a smaller chest girl. So if you do a lift, it takes a cup away. I can't afford to lose a cup. So I was like, I probably might just want to get a little under the muscle cut and little just to push the girls up so I can have the pre-baby boobs popping off again. And that's it. Cause they was like, oh, we do a lift, you're going to lose a cup size. I was like, do I look like I can afford to lose a cup? All I got is a cup. How y'all going to take my little cup? That don't make no sense. So I was like, wait a minute now, hold up. I can't afford to lose a cup now. That is not going to work. So, but yeah, that's it. That's my only thing that that would be my only thing that I would want is just that, that's it. Everything else is cool. Yeah. Right. Them changes from them babies, man. Changes from them babies. Yeah, mine the same after 3 kids because I didn't have none to begin with. But it's crazy because I don't feel like I had any to begin with either. But peace, family. I am out, and good night to all of you. Chat's finna end. Bye, y'all. Take the cup and you left with a sip, man. Facts.